John Polrai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and today I got an article called "An Old Johnny Depp Film is Having a Streaming Resurgence." Now this reminds me of how sometimes a YouTube video you make months ago, or even once in a while, years ago, takes off somehow. So don't forget, Johnny Depp has thousands of movies out there. So at some point, an old one can get popular again. So you could say he's planted seeds in the movie industry, in movies in general, in entertainment. So let's see what we got here. Some films become associated with a specific season. It might be due to its story or its general aesthetic, but somehow the film becomes one that everyone watches at a certain time of year. No film screams Halloween season more than Johnny Depp's classic Edward Scissorhands, and since Halloween is right around the corner, the film is shooting up on streaming charts. According to Flix Patrol, Edward Scissorhands is currently the 9th most popular film on Hulu, meaning that hundreds of people are diving back into the classic. Well, I'd say more than hundreds. Hulu's a huge platform. So, forgetting the amount of people, which is probably a little bit understated, 9th most popular says it all. The movie also features an all-star cast containing big names from the time. It also features several actors who became a big deal in Hollywood. Johnny Depp puts in a show-stopping performance as Edward, perfectly capturing the young boy's fear and desire to please those around him. A young Winona Ryder puts in an excellent performance as Kim, the teenager daughter of the Boggs family. Additionally, Vincent Price shines as Edward's creator. The film did exceptionally well when it was released, earning $86 million at the box office, a stunning success when you consider that it only cost $20 million to make. Critics and viewers raved about it, with many declaring that it was the best movie of the year. In fact, the movie's popularity hasn't waned. It still holds a 90% critic score and a 91% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, and theatrical reruns of the film are still extremely popular. And then, on this page here, they talk about the movie, its plot line, and a few details about it. So this is one of those movies where, again, like Donnie Brasco, it doesn't feel like Johnny Depp. I mean, I've seen Edward Scissorhands a few times, and I've seen Donnie Brasco probably 100 times, but every time I see these movies, I'm thinking, like, is that really the same guy that played Jack Sparrow? The same guy from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Because these parts are just so vastly different. And here's the thing that's tough to talk about, but it has to be considered, is if Johnny does happen to lose in Virginia somehow, which is a different topic, but let's assume somehow he does, don't forget, he's got these seeds of these classic movies and these best ever movies planted all over. And also, don't forget this. If that happens, then I think it's going to be, in a lot of ways, really discouraging about life, about the justice system, about the culture. But the thing is, people forget really quick. When you follow politics, you see that some terrible things come out. Something comes out about Trump that's horrible. It looks like the end of the world for him. Something comes out against Biden. It looks terrible. It looks like the end of the line. And then a week later, it's like the next thing comes up, and this devastating, game-changing thing is forgotten. So it's similar also in the entertainment business. So it might seem bad for a while, and it's always going to be hanging over Depp's head if he can't totally clear his name. But having said that, people forget and people move on, and ultimately what's important is the quality of the work that's out there and how his fan base feels about him moving forward. But getting back to this, Edward Scissorhands obviously is one of those classics. It's one of those things that felt like it was just always there. It didn't feel like some production someone made, someone thought about. It almost felt like a fairy tale that just always existed. And you've also got like kind of a prince and princess in real life with like Winona Ryder and Johnny Depp and what they became and their huge name Or should say, huge names in Hollywood. You guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Consider subscribing here. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.